Alright, welcome back. We got our fourth album, complete Dansco 7070 United States type collector's album, complete. We got it for sale on eBay. Just get you a quick run through of everything that you'll get if you purchase this item. If not, just enjoy looking through a complete Dansco 7070 typeset album. Alright, so like I said, everything's complete. And we'll just start running through the highlights of this album. And I've got the full paperwork associated, which has the details of every coin. So what type it is, its year, the year it was minted, its mint, its silver troy ounce amount and value, if it has silver within the coin. I added to this one the current numismatic value based off of the 2025 red book, which I have behind me here. It's full retail, obviously, but I thought it was important when I'm trying to explain to potential buyers the value of the set, knowing what full retail is. I'll be just back of that as it goes up for sale, but eBay people like to lowball you, and so I wanted to include that, the full retail price. So I'll be putting it up, starting it out at $31.99, and the full retail value of this set, based off of the 2025 red book and my grading, is going to come out to $34.82. So starting out about $200 back of that, and we'll see where we go from there. But with eBay's fees and everything and the labor I put into these, trying to turn a little bit of a profit, but just to prove to you that at retail the value is there, even if you purchase it at the asking price. Alright, highlights on this page is the draped bust. Spent quite a bit of time looking at this, and I'll include the pictures I took under the microscope on the on eBay here. I couldn't quite make out the date. It's either a 1797 or an 1807. Obviously a huge range in values between the two. I priced it as if it were the 1807 here at $70 of value on that coin. But it has some gripped edging in there that looks like it could be the 1797, in which case it's worth a couple $100 itself there. Every piece is complete there. Going into your half dimes, your nickels, and then the dimes at the bottom. Onto the 20-cent piece, quarters and half dollars. And I'll go through with the PMV here in a moment just to check the metal. The only one I had problems with, real problems with the metalytics, is this 1871 Seed of Liberty dollar. It pinged out fine, passes the slide test, weighs fine, the diameter was correct. Just that PMV metalytics shows it off the scale, and I'll show you that in a moment. I bought it from a reputable dealer. I believe it to be a genuine coin and not counterfeit. It just back in the 1870s, the mint wasn't as consistent with their minting process and how they put the silver into each coin. So I'll chalk it up to that. Everything else seems good about the coin, so I'll show you that now. Here I've got my PMV metalytics here. We'll run, and I'll just use the wand as I run through each of these. See if I can find a good spot to show you that as I also go through the coin book. Alright, so here's the 1871. It shows off to the right, but it is on the scale, but it obviously shows some issues. The rest of these, that one I say is good, just off to the right, same thing. The mint wasn't as accurate. Here's your Stone Mountain, that's in the range. Peace dollar is good. Trade dollar is good. Morgan. The This one's clad Kennedy, so that won't be on there. I just have the pre-1900 settings, so some of these post-1900 are going to be slightly different, but they're accurate. Liberty head. Seated Liberty halves. That one I noted as well, I believe, just off a little bit to the right. Same thing with these capped busts. Go into your quarters. And into the dimes. Oops. Let's see if that, let's move that book down. I had it resting up there to see it a little easier, but to get some of these, gotta, there we go, that goes. That's the 35% silver. That won't test well on this. Then your half dimes up here. That one's slightly off. I think I noted that one as well. But again, use all your senses. This is just one of the tests. If it looks right, there's the 3-cent silver there. If it looks right, it pings fine, which they all did. The slide test works. So I've got my 5-step process, which I talked about before in other videos. I've used my slide test on all these coins. I just set it up against the wall, 45-degree angle, and slide it. And I use that as a reference against a clad coin to make sure that the magnetic properties in the coin allow it to slide down slowly, as opposed to a clad, which will just run down, or a magnetic coin, which will just stay magnetically attached to the slide. And then I use my scale, of course, my calipers for the diameter, and then I've got my ping tester here, which I've used, and used the app to verify that it pings out well. But over time, you also get a sense for what it's supposed to sound like for each coin. So anyway, this is going to be going up for sale for, like I said, $31.99 to start, with the value being at $34.82 for full retail. There's also close to 10 ounces of silver, and at today's spot, November 25th, 2025, $51.10. You've alone got almost $500 in just melt silver value within this set as well. And then I always attach or give along a certificate of authenticity, just another way of saying, hey, I try to be as trustworthy and honest of a guy as I can, and proving that I spent a lot of money, one, on the metalytics, PMV tester, the other tools that I have, going through and personally grading each one of these coins and verifying both of its authenticity, and then giving my best estimate on the grade. I try to put out a good product, so I'll include that certificate of authenticity with that, and then I always throw in little bonus items. I've got just a half gold back Florida in there, and then a old Red Seal $2 bill, just to have something else fun to go along with the binder here. So anyway, I hope you enjoy. If you choose to purchase this item, please feel free to send me any messages and offers on eBay. And yeah, thanks again for watching, and I hope you enjoy.